build in here because it's all full of... See what I mean? Greetings and welcome back to more Medieval Engineers, and today we are going to attempt to see if a wizard can survive in the woods in survival mode. This is of course a very early iteration of survival mode in Medieval Engineers, but they have implemented survival building, so I thought we would dive in and give it a go. We need to select a wood terrain. Should we just go with normal terrain? We're just going to do normal terrain. I have tried this a couple of times, I will be honest with you. Should we do a large terrain? To give us, let's do a large terrain, just on the off chance that this winds up spreading and becoming some epic series, which is very unlikely, by the way. But there you go. Yes, so a wizard in the woods. Can a wizard survive without his powers? Of course, I will still have some wizarding powers. I will be able to summon minions. I've set my max minions to 5, although I think we'll probably start off with just 1 or 2. There are barbarians turned on, as well as animals, structural integrity, all of the stuff. So barbarians is going to be interesting. We're going to have to figure out a way of protecting ourselves from barbarians, potentially, whilst dealing with the, frankly, utterly infuriating current state of survival building. But we'll see if that works or not. We'll see if we get incredibly annoyed. Something else I've done here, I've set the day duration to 62 minutes, 90% day, and only 10% night, because as far as I know there's no fire, there's no means of creating fire and stuff at the moment, so that's what we're going to set it to. We can always change, we can come back and we can change any of these settings later if we want to, apart from the terrain, obviously. We're not going to use any mods at this point. I've seen there are some mods that enhance the survival building already. We may come back and look at those, but I wanted to do a vanilla play initially. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's begin. Alright, so here we are, a wizard in the woods, and I have spawned on this slope, and I think this is where I will continually respawn if I die. And die I most certainly will. A weird wizard in the woods I may be, but without all of my magical powers I am quite vulnerable. Of course I do have the ability to resurrect myself instantly, and why am I wearing yellow? Oh, that's going to have to change. I do, in fact, can I do that from... Oh no, I don't have access to the K menu. My spells! All of my wonderful spells. We'll have to worry about that later. Yeah, so given that this is where I'm going to come back, I should start building my house somewhere fairly near to here, but not exactly here, but somewhere where I can get to quickly. Alright, this is good here. Look, this is nice and thick. There is a variety of trees, so there are a few tricks which I have kind of worked out in my 2 previous attempts at doing a bit of survival building. The first is to do your building relatively close to the spawn point, like I said, because that is very important. Because you will die, and if you can't find your way back after you've died, or if it takes you ages to find your way back after you've died, it will frustrate. It will greatly frustrate. The other thing is to look at the terrain height. Look, because you have to think about you're going to want to lay foundations, right? Now here, this is kind of all right, but it does stick up quite high. More importantly, it means there's nowhere that I can dig down and actually create stone reserves as I'm building initially, which is really important, because like having a separate quarry and going off and mining there, it may be practical long term once you get the bots sort of like, you know, working, but we will see. We'll see if that's even possible. What have we got up here? This isn't too bad. We could dig down into this. If we cleared this hilltop, we could dig down into it, and we could build like a little house just on top of this hill, which also gives us a little bit of sort of commanding view, and it may be more defensible as well. So let's do that. So first things first, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need some tools. So let's get the hammer for construction. Let's get the axe and the pick for harvesting. We'll need the grabber potentially to be able to pick things up and move them around. That's good. Basic rope. We're not going to do anything with ropes just yet. We're also going to want to spawn in a bot, a servant, and we're going to want to set these mining area. Mining area. I actually think probably the easiest thing. You need to set. Okay, look, I will show you. We need somewhere to start building our stockpile, and ideally we want this to be more or less where we're going to be building. So let's create our stockpile here. It's in a little divot in the ground, which means hopefully everything will kind of like roll down into it more or less, and we can always accentuate that a little bit by digging into it a bit more. So that's good. Then we're also going to want to create our mining spot. So let's have our mining spot like out over here somewhere. I'm not actually going to have the bots do the mining. But let's have it like here. I'm going to do the mining myself because they cannot be trusted. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Oh no, that was my stockpile. Oh, that was stupid of me. Right, let's put the stockpile back here. And we'll put the mining thing down here, which is what I had intended to do. There we go. Mining can go there. And whilst we're at it, I suppose we could put our wood cutting area in as well, because we're going to want to basically fell all these trees to build our house. I think we're going to want to build our house here, which means we might actually want to move the stockpile to here. I reckon to like here. Right, let's just dig this out a little bit so that the stockpile goes down into the ground and doesn't all roll away straight away. There we go. Alright, so we've got like a little divot in the ground for our stockpile. That's important so things won't roll away. And we've got a few stones in there already, which is pretty awesome. Let us summon Derek the Minion. Derek! Derek, you're wearing the same clothes as me. What are you doing? Derek! Alright, well, you know what, we'll put up with this for now, but honestly, it's a little bit lame, and I'm going to want to change my own clothes as soon as possible to Wizarding Purple, obviously. Right, so we're going to turn you into a porter. Here we go. You are now a porter! You don't actually need to port anything, those stones are already there. But if we go and we start mining in our little designated mining area over here, and the reason I put it here is because I want to kind of like dig into the side of this cliff. I'm not sure if it's actually going to work, but that's what we're going to do. Now, it's at the moment you can basically dig anywhere and create stones. You don't have to dig into stone, which is a bit weird and will no doubt change at some point. But I mean, I tend to prefer somewhere that at least looks a little bit rocky like this. I mean, if I was closer to that cliff over there, I might kind of create it in that, but that's quite a long way for Derek to walk, and frankly, he's pretty terrible, even at the best of times, finding his way, and mining is very, very extreme. Look, you hack out these huge chunks, it's very difficult to create navigable terrain. Look, he's already struggling. There we go. Is that slightly better for you? Come on, Derek. Take the stone. Take it back to the stockpile. You're the best. So I'm just going to create... It'll take him absolutely ages, even just to move the few stones that I've done now. But I'll just create a nice big pile. And then we can forget about that for the time being. We can go and start chopping down some trees and also working about where we're going to put our foundations. Because when we actually make our foundations, we're not going to rely an awful lot on these stones. The reason I'm doing this now is because I'm hoping, beyond hope, that Derek will actually be able to accumulate a fairly substantial stockpile for me for when later building comes along. But that's probably quite unlikely. Anyway, look, there's a whole load of stones there. He's now gonna... Derek, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not where the stockpile is. That is not... Is that where the old stockpile was? Do I need to replace the stockpile? Is the stockpile bugged because I moved it? That would suck quite badly if that was the case. Right, stockpile. It's over here, Derek. It's over here. Are you going to come now? I think he may be coming now, right. Something else is we're going to need a bunch of trees. And we're going to need a bunch of scrap wood, which comes off of trees. So let's start by just hacking down a bunch of these trees. And down it comes. You've got to watch the trees, because they will kill you if they land on you. Whoa! That was pretty close, actually. So we'll just chop these into logs. There we go. There we go. This is quite a good tree, actually. This is a big one. Very big tree. Let's grab this before it slides away. And we'll just carry this over to our stockpile. We'll leave this all with us in our stockpile together. creating a nice big stockpile of wood for future use. We're gonna need a lot of wood to build our building. We're gonna need even more stone. But stone isn't going to be so much of a problem, which you will see in a minute when we start actually building our foundations. Good. That's going to stop rolling. I think it's going to stop rolling. I'll just chop up some of this wood just to demonstrate. Right. So there are two ways to chop up wood. One is good. The other is utterly terrible and should be avoided at all costs. The utterly terrible mode is to just left click on it like this. And there we go, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, 5 or 6 pieces of scrap wood, and it's all gone. And it happened in one click, which I suppose is efficient at the least. But if I right click on one of these logs, then we shape it into a beam, and we still get the scrap wood. We still get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pieces of scrap wood. It's more or less the same. It's possible if you were desperate for scrap wood that it might be better to do the other one. I don't know. I haven't really been able to count accurately, but frankly, it seems a bit odd to me. And it's very frustrating if you accidentally left click when you're intending to make a beam, because, like I say, it's one click and bam, the whole thing is destroyed. But there we go. Scrap wood is really important. You use scrap wood for loads of stuff, like starting building and things like that. The wooden beams are for more like the actual structural bits, like the walls and all of that kind of stuff, which is probably fairly obvious. We're going to build our house on this top bit here, this high point. So let's chop down the rest of the trees up here. Whoa! Watch out! Down comes the tree. Right on top of our stockpile. I hope we haven't killed Derek. I think he's alright. He's still working away there. Whether he's actually able to achieve anything. Are you doing anything, Derek? It's actually gotten in his way, look. That was my fault, Derek. I apologise. I'm very sorry. Can you not? Are you? Let me just give you a hand here. Look. Let's just go to this tree. It's probably in his way. Oh, Derek, watch out! Oh, that was very close, Derek. You were very close to being crushed by that tree then. Yes, yes, you were, Derek. Well done. Derek speaks. Ah, see what I just did? Oh, that's so annoying. Right. I think Derek has managed to actually put it down now. Now, your range for building materials is, I think, about 6 meters. Autosave is on. That was probably a mistake. About 6 meters, I think it said, or something like that. It's not very far. I mean, it's not too bad, but it could stand to be increased, to be honest with you, considering how much material you need, and B, just how annoying it is moving stuff around in any quantities. Alright. Oh no. Oh, see, I've just totally kicked that off in the wrong direction. We're going to have to grab that. 8, grab it. At least you can haul these stones around using magical levitation. Oh. Come on. Come on. I think we might as well forget about it. It's doomed. It's doomed forever. Have you got a problem there, Derek? Do you want me to move the stockpile again? Look, let's move the stockpile to like here. Is that better? All right, so we've got quite a lot of wood here, and we can do more of this. But you will, as I said, you need enormous quantities of materials. Absolutely enormous quantities of materials. I don't know if the barbarian is going to show up soon. I don't really have a plan of how to defeat the barbarian. Every time I've engaged one in combat in survival mode, I have lost resoundingly. But I guess we'll see if I can turn that around next time. Build some kind of defenses, perhaps. Right, there we go. Alright, so there's our stockpile. So we want to kind of build in here. Now this is going to need to be taken down a bit, but that's fine. That gives us wood to, that gives us stone to do the building. So let's start doing that. I'm going to lower the whole height of this hill by like a bit, which is pretty much as accurate a measurement as I'm capable of making with this pick. It's can I right click with the pick? It just holds it out. Ho! I don't know what. Ho! It's a bit of a Leonidas moment, actually, isn't it? With his spears, kind of like. Huh! Maybe I was punching with it. Is that like punching? Now I may not be able to actually build in here because it's all full of. See what I mean? Death is inevitable, right? Look, it's good. It's good. Our mining and woodcutting areas are both visible from the spawn point, so we can just whiz down here and we'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. Of course, there are no other survival mechanics in. There's no like starvation or requirement to make food or anything, which I really want to see soon. I think that will fit with this game in a way that I can understand Space Engineers has sort of shied away from that a little bit. Personally, it's stuff I would like to see added, and probably it will come in the form of mods at some point if it hasn't already. But in Medieval Engineers, I think it fits. You've got peasants, you've got farming, you've got barbarian attacks. You've got to have something that has to exist potentially outside of your primary walls, and not to mention the fact that it's just more of a, it's more of a concern for medieval people. There's my mining area. Here's my stockpile. It looks like Derek. Were you so appalled at witnessing my death that you have that you've just stopped? Okay. Off you go. Oh. I still have an enormous amount of mass, look. As a medieval engineer / weird wizard. I'm just what? Look, the mining is over here. It's over. Where are you going? Why are okay, this is something else. Obviously, we know the minion clones are, fairly moronic. And this one, Derek, is incredibly moronic. Why are you even picking that up? Why are you even doing that? Look, what are you hoping to achieve at the moment? I have no idea. Look, you are meant to be a porter, alright? Porter. Which means you go over to here and you pick up stones and you bring them back to here. Is that okay? You let's just ignore him for the time. I don't want you to pick. Oh, have I made a woodcutting area? I think I've made a woodcutting area, and he may be trying to port wood from the woodcutting area. Here it is. Let's get rid of that. T to remove. Let's get rid of that. I think that's confusing him. Was that confusing you, Derek? Are you going to carry on now over to the mining area and start bringing stones back? You're orbiting around a tree again. Yep. Derek, I think, by Jove, I think he's now walking backwards and forwards and backwards. He likes this tree. He very much likes orbiting around this tree. What's so fascinating about this tree? Right, that's it. It's gone. That was it. It was like a maypole. He was maypole dancing. Derek is, of course, a massive fan of maypole dancing. He does it whenever he has the opportunity to, and so as we have just witnessed, that's precisely what he did. Now, what I was talking about before, this whole sort of like building the stones thing. It does have a problem in that you can't place blocks where you've got junk lying about on the floor, so you've either got to clear it all out or you've got to start somewhere and move into it, which is what we're going to do here. So we're going to get rid of these trees so that we've got somewhere to build here. There we go. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. Where is the tree? There it is. That's good. And hopefully now we can... I'm stuck in a hole. I'm stuck in a hole! One thing I would really like to see is the ability to mix in elements... So alright, we can place these. To mix in elements from between survival and creative. I would really like to be able to fly, especially at this stage of survival when it's so frustrating. Yeah, it's quite cool to have to deal with the engineering challenges of building, but at the same time, it's very frustrating getting stuck in holes and, you know, all sorts of other things. And sometimes it would just be nice to be, you know what, I'm a wizard, I'm gonna fly. So I would like to be able to do that. And likewise, things like using the voxel hands tools or controlling the day-night cycle, all of these sorts of things I think would be nice to be able to decide if you were going to use that element of survival or creative. So maybe we'll see that, who knows. I mean, there's still so much to do to make survival a manageable game state, and if you're not incredibly patient, I do not recommend that you give this mode a try. Look, I mean, it's just... I just want to place this here. Why can I not? Probably because there's like a bit of crap here. I mean, a bit of stuff. I'm gonna have to use my hands to get rid of it. It's completely useless, I think, these branch stuff. They literally just get in the way. That might be in the way there as well. Let's kick it out of the way. Good. All right. So we've got a couple of things now. What we can do is we can build these. We take our build hammer, which is different from the deconstruction hammer. So we take our build hammer and we just whack it with the build hammer. But you don't left-click to whack it, because if you left-click to whack it, you'll break it, and then you won't be able to do anything with it at all. You have to right-click to whack it. So I've got stones nearby. If I hover over it here, it says large stones. 1 is installed, 20 are required. There are 24 nearby. Scraps of wood, 10 are installed, 10 are required, and there are 22, 23 nearby. So that's fine. We just right-click. And we're missing it somehow. We're missing it. Here we go. Right click. What's going on here? Why can't I hit this? I'm sure it's right click. I'm sure it is right click and not left click. Is it? Is it right click and not left click? If I left click it. Oh, I think I got it. There. I think I managed to get it somehow. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with this. Let's try in front of it. Let's try around here. There we go. So, yeah, just right click and build. And there we go. We have built a stone bit of foundation. A bit of stone to build our house on. We're going to build this one as well. There's not enough stones nearby though. Look, we've only got 9 stones of 20. So we've used up all those stones that we had dug out here. So we can dig out some more. So let's do that. And this is why I say pick an area that's slightly too high, because you can just keep hacking away. You also want to do this because if you build anywhere where there's grass, you want the level to be quite low so that the grass isn't poking up through your foundations, basically. So we'll just do that bit more, bit there. There's a lot of ferns here. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. I don't know if there's any way of getting rid of those ferns at all. They're now floating in the air, so I guess it's just tough. Pro tip for the future then, avoid ferns, because you can't do anything about them. Unless, of course, you can. If you know a way of doing something about them, then just let me know. Now we've got enough stones, we can finish this. There we go, we've now finished that. Now I think I've probably created a situation where there are too many stones here. So maybe we can go here with the next one. Yeah, go right there. 7. Build this up using all of our stones. We're 1 stone short. I was hitting away pointlessly, despite the fact that we were 1 whole stone short. Let's do this bit here. There we go. Hey, is that you, Derek? Hello, Derek? You out there? Alright. Now we can put another one in here. And we don't have the scrap wood. Oh, we do have the scrap wood. Oh no, we don't have the scrap wood. We do, we don't, we do, we don't. Push that there. There we go, we do have the scrap wood. We probably used up... No, we've still got quite a bit of scrap wood around, so that's not too bad. How much... Have we actually got any stone in our stockpile? This is a good question. Oh, I'm stuck in a hole. Stuck in a hole! Alright, I'm out. Gotta watch this hole. In fact, let's dig this down because we're gonna want the stone anyway. So we'll create a way in and out of our building area. We're gonna probably wind up putting steps to lead up to it, so it doesn't matter if there's a big lip around it. I think you almost have to have that unless you're building on like a surface that doesn't have grass growing through it. Okay, that's all right. All right. Let's build this up. Oh no! Oh, I've done! I've left-clicked! I didn't mean to left-click! Now what I've done is I've destroyed the foundation. And I can't do anything now. I can't, if I right-click, it doesn't work. I have to go around and destroy every single bit of it. And do I get any of the resources back? No. No, I don't. And I have to literally find every stick and whack it. Like this. Why is that not working? Look. Whack it. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I'm going to build up that other one over there in case I accidentally hit it whilst I'm doing this. So I need to right-click. Why the construction hammer has a destruction mode on the left mouse button, honestly, is beyond me. I realise this is early access, right? I realise. But that is the sort of thing that should not made it out of internal testing. It should just not. It's so... I mean, when it happens, you've got, like, all this time you've got to then faff about trying to get this cleared so that you can actually put another stone in there. Put another foundation in there. Or you just leave it forever and never put another stone in there, which is what I did in the other mode. It's what I end up doing. Can I put a stone in there yet? No, look, no, you can't, because there's still bits left over from the old stone, obviously. Maybe if I alt it. Can I, if I alt it? No. No, I can't. Maybe we've had more luck with the axe here. I think I just bashed that. I think I just bashed my foundation. How am I supposed to? I just bashed by the foundation again. Okay, right, I got it. Is there one there? There is. That got it? Come on. What? Oh, what? I just took a chunk out of that. Oh, that's so irritating. Alright. We still can't put one in there, and like, look, it's just completely impossible to actually get it. Maybe I can do it from up here. Crouch. Oh, that did it. Right, can we place it now? Why can't we place it now? Oh, because there's stuff underground. There's look, there's going to be stuff underground because of at the bottom of it. Look, there's these bits. Oh, you know what? Just sod it. Sod it. Oh, now I'm stuck in a hole. We're just going to have our foundations are just going to go around that bit because the game hates you. The game hates you and wants to cause you pain and suffering. Fine, whatever, game. You go ahead and hate on me and cause me pain and suffering. See how I can. Oh, I see, but it's in the worst possible place. Can we build on this side? We're just gonna have to build on this side. Look, fine. One there. Build that up. I was left clicking then. I was actually left clicking. I'm so glad I had accidentally not selected the tool. Or this would have been rage quit time once again. There would have been, and this is why this video is not out yet, and why this is the third time that I'm trying to record, because both the previous times I wound up rage quitting. Can I repair this? What happened? Did I somehow chop that tree down with the building tool whilst right-clicking behind me? I think it did. I think somehow that's exactly what happened. We are going to have to get rid of this tree, I'm afraid. Ah, it's coming down on my head! Alright, it's okay. It's going that way. It's gone that way. That's fine. That's fine by me. Can we place this here? Why can't we place this here? Do I not have the scrap wood? We can place one there. Is there something in... some fragment knocking about in here? What? Why did that happen? I wasn't aiming at it, I was aiming here. Why does the pickaxe have the ability to destroy foundations? No! No, no. Right, right, fine. You know what? Sod this. Our building is going to be this shape, right? That's all there is to it. Our building is going to be this shape. We need a stairway. Where's the stairway? Fine, stairway. 7. Build the stairway. Right-clicking to build. Left-clicking to frustrate yourself to eternity and beyond. Alright, we got a stairway. Right, now we'll build some walls. Let's build some walls. Some walls with windows and some walls with doors. We'll just... should we put a door on the back? In case we decide to build something there, we'll put a door on the back. And then we'll put a wall there and a wall there. We'll put a window here. I need scrap wood. I don't have enough scrap wood, apparently. Well, there's loads of wood here that we can turn into scrap wood. Where's our axe? Alright, so 5, even though it's not properly finished. Let's go like that. Let's go like that. This is kind of cheating a bit. I think we probably just used up all of our scrap wood by doing that. So we're going to need to do more mining, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. It's very, very laborious and very time-consuming, and I suppose sort of realistic is not really the word I would use. Look, we put some floors down, totally unnecessarily, but we put some floors down. Let's have a wall here. We'll have a window here. We'll have a wall here. And a wall here. And I think we'll have a little veranda here, just for the sake of finishing quicker and not needing quite as many resources. So we'll have a door here, oh, step back, door here, and maybe like another, maybe just a wall here. Yeah, why not? There we go. That'll do. It's fine. That's fine. Now we need to build all of this. Now whether we'll have the resources around us to build it or not, I'm not entirely sure. We've got what, 16 timber, so but nowhere near enough scrap wood. So we'll just start building. Yeah, you need scrap wood for everything. And you get relatively small amounts of it from everything. I mean, not from everything, from nothing. I mean, you get relatively small amounts of it from most trees, not all trees. Some, like I say, just seem to produce those beams, but c'est la vie. This is why it's important to build in a forest. I mean, build in a forest because you will need scrapped wood and you will need to chop lots and lots and lots of trees down, and not having to transport them is obviously very beneficial. As you can see, there are like stages of building, which is quite nice. Like in Medieval Engineers. I'd say the building feels a little bit less... I mean, because you're kind of like... you're warm forward like this all the time. That's quite frustrating. I think that would actually be nice if that was gotten rid of, because I can imagine that getting old quite fast. We need another thing for this. Fortunately, look, there is stuff out here that can be done. There we go. There's another one here, leaning up against something. Oh, it's actually not been fully chopped yet. I'm amazed I've only died once. I'm actually astonished by that. In previous ones, well, actually the barbarians haven't shown up yet, so they'll probably turn up any minute now and cause all manner of problems. Chop this wood. We'll go and find Derek in a minute as well, because I don't know what's happened to him, and I'm a little bit worried about poor old Derek. I mean, he's a simple creature. He really is, and utterly moronic. And unfortunately, it makes using the minions an exercise, another exercise in frustration. And not to rag on this game too much, because I love Medieval Engineers, and in creative mode, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, building all sorts of stuff, and I really hope they get this survival mode fixed up soon. Like, I think it was almost a mistake to go so early with it. If you look on like the build menu as well, like most of the blocks are missing. There's a tiny selection of the blocks available from creative, currently buildable in survival mode. You can't put roofs on anything yet. The quality of life issues. I mean, look, here we go. I'm trying to chop this. I'm trying to chop with the right mouse button, and he's just hoeing. Look, hoe. Yeah, don't hoe. Just chop the damn bit of wood. We just want to chop the damn bit of, and the wood has now disappeared. Great. All right, fine. Let's hope that we have enough without. Now we switch to the building tool, and we remember, for the love of God, to right-click and not to left-click. All right, build that. Now we build this one. Complete. That's already built. This one, yep. Looks like we've got the resources. I think we've chopped enough trees, amazingly. Whether this will provide any protection from barbarians, of course, is another question. I tend to think it probably won't, because A, it's just a normal house, and B, there's no way of putting a door on as yet. At least not. I mean, I suppose I could kind of create a door out of a rotor and like some planks and stuff. But there we go, look, at least we've got more or less a building there. Now, if we want a roof at the moment, the only option is going to be putting a wooden floor on the top. So let's do that and see if we've got enough for that. We'll need to get up there to do that, so I think we'll need another set of stairs. Should we... You know what we could do, actually, I hadn't thought about, is using the tower pieces here. Now let's put another one of these down. Now this could actually be a way of perhaps creating flooring a bit more easily. What does this need to actually build it? Oh, I left-clicked! Why would you do that, you fool? It's not fair! It's not fair! Is it me? Am I just too much of an idiot? Has it been totally destroyed? No, we can't put it here, look. We can't put it. We can't. Put that there. I think that's what we want anyway. It's going to be a bit weird, but... Medieval Engineers survival mode. It is perfect in every way. It is an exercise in utter sublime engineering and game design perfection. Is there not enough stone? Alright, Derek, where are you? Why have you not been bringing the stone over? Have you died? Are you just taking a tea break, are you? You're just standing about, having lunch, like minions always do. Yeah, your pathfinding is perhaps not the best, is it? You forgot the stone, Derek. You forgot the stone. I think we might as well forget about Derek and the old mine quarry there. He's fallen in love with another tree. I don't know what he's doing. We'll dig up should we dig up the land underneath this tree and see what happens? That'll be an interesting experiment, won't it? What do you think will happen? What happens is it actually has roots, look. That's probably a little bit unnecessary, I would have thought. Right, that's more than enough stones. What am I doing? More than enough stones. 7. Right click. Finish building. Ho! Alright, there we go. We built that. That's fine. We're going to build this. We can't build it. We've fallen down inside the tower. Hello? Oh! What? Oh, there's only one solution. Alright, we're going to have to put these on, aren't we? Look. Bam. Bam. They just appear completely finished, which is an absolute blessing, isn't it? Let's face it. There we go. There we go. We've done it. We have done it. We can actually, for no particular reason, we can put one there because there's loads of wood around from all the wood that I've destroyed. Right, I've built a house. Sod you all, I have built a house despite the horrendousness, despite Derek, who has now fallen in love with another tree and is doing his maypole dance, only he's kind of not completing a full circle. He's just going around and then back and then around. He's having a whale of a time. Derek, as long as you're happy, frankly, well, I'm not happy. But nonetheless, you just carry on. Here is our butt ugly house that we have crafted through blood, sweat, tears, and death. It's alright. It's got some issues because the game has many issues. Our stockpile is run mostly dry. That is partly because of Derek, but at least it is done. At least we have somewhere to lay our heads. The barbarians have not shown their faces yet. Who knows? Maybe they're out there and just can't path to me because they are as stupid as Derek. Great! Right, well, there we go. I think that'll do, right? That has been quite a long session now. We're approaching the 50-minute mark. I may be able to cut it down somewhat, although I might just upload it in its entirety in one as an experiment to see if A, people like it, and B, because I think it's important if you're going to show off the survival building mode that you show how laborious it is. It would help if these guys here, if Derek was not a complete moron and was actually able to perform his duties properly. It would also help if you didn't die randomly when things hit you, and also if, you know, there were lots of little quality of life improvements, like, you know, accidentally destroying blocks and the, you know, the ability to take them out. We need some means of modifying the terrain in a more even manner, in a way that allows us to actually shape it and create proper paths and all sorts of stuff. There is lots of work to do here. There's lots and lots of work before this is a really viable game mode. In the meantime, creative is obviously there and it's still great fun and it's fantastic. But for now, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I will see you later.